Hey everyone, welcome back to DIY Beauty on Purpose. My name is Leoneve and I am so glad that you are here today. I have for you 4 really cool, really inexpensive thrift store flips ideas for you that I hope they inspire you to go out to the thrift store, find some old decor, and make it brand new with a Christmas festive style. Today I am collaborating with the talented and beautiful Sammie from Unicorn Dust Designs. She is just really amazing at what she does. So I am going to have her information linked down below in the description box. When you're done watching here, go check her out. And if you love what you see, make sure you're subscribed to her. And if you are visiting from Sammie's channel, welcome. I hope you enjoy this channel. I hope it inspires you and I hope you consider joining our YouTube family. Let's not wait any longer. Let's get started. I am here with this thrifted item that I recently got at the thrift store. And I actually paid, let's see where it's at, $12, which is actually $12.99. And it's way more than what I would ever pay for anything at the thrift store. However, I love it. It is actually like steel or iron, and then it has a pretty solid piece of wood here, and it almost looks like a window, which is what I am going to use it as. First thing is first, we need to remove the board from the base, and we're going to put it right back on, but it's so much easier to work with it off, both to paint the window frame as well as build the box. So we are going to give everything a good scrub just to kind of clean it. It wasn't dirty, it was just more dusty, and then take it outside to paint. So it is currently pouring outside. Well, not pouring, but raining consistently. So we are out here in our garage, and I've created a little protective area here so I don't get spray paint anywhere else. And we're just gonna lightly spray paint white the frame of the window. So this is the weirdest thing. So I'm spraying it and it's coming out white and is actually turning beige as it's hitting the metal or the steel. So I'm gonna let it sit, let it dry, and see if maybe the second coat will stick more of the white. If not, I may have to seal it with some sealer first and then go back and spray paint it. We will see. So believe it or not, now the spray can was not working, like it's not spraying. So I went inside and I grabbed a different spray can and it's still not spraying. And I even tried taking the nozzle off thinking like maybe it was the nozzle, but it's not. Ugh. So I brought it inside and just started painting it by hand. Now it wasn't horribly hard because it already had a lighter base to it because of the beige color. So what I decided to do was, instead of brushing, I decided to dab it. So I just kept dabbing it and tapping it all the way until everything was covered, but not perfectly. I did want it to keep a little bit more of a farmhouse style look, so I wasn't looking for full cover. Okay, so now we're here on my miter saw, and this is the original wood piece that was on the window. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use it as a guide, and that way I'll know how to cut the additional pieces to create a box. So I am going to take some of these scrap pieces that I have left over and kind of like place it like there and brad nail them. So this one I will cut here, and then I would cut another one that same size, and then I would cut 2 smaller ones for the sides, and therefore create a box. Now I'm going to give everything just a light sand to smooth everything out and remove any splinters. And I did that on all 4 pieces. I didn't have to do the bottom piece because that was already smooth, the one that came with the window. We're going to assemble everything using brad nails and wood glue. Of course, you do not have to use a brad nailer. You can definitely use a regular hammer and nail. It's just a lot quicker and easier with the brad nailer. If you're looking for one, the hardware store has many, and some of them are not horribly expensive. And I do have one on my Amazon store, which is linked down below. We are now going to take the original base and we are going to attach it to the bottom of the box using, again, wood glue and brad nails. We are going to stain everything using Rust-Oleum chalked glaze in the brown tone. This is going to give everything a more unified look because of the base being a little bit darker than the wood I used. But when I stained it, then it looked pretty even. Yes, I am on my way. While everything is drying, we are going to make a very simple but festive wreath. This wreath form is from the dollar spot at Target. It was only $3. When I see these, I always grab them because they're so easy and versatile. This one is a magnolia leaf wreath, but we're going to add some of these evergreen picks that I get on Amazon. I do have them on my Amazon store as well, so check it out. It is linked down below. And I'm just going to hot glue it here and there in between all the leaves, and then kind of intertwining the leaves and the picks so it has a little bit more of a natural look. And I did place a total of 5 of them all around. I am so excited to let you know that I just recently relaunched my Etsy shop with new items. I have decals, I have some of the DIYs that I make, as well as merchandise, some hats, and a carrying bag that I think is absolutely beautiful and perfect to carry all kinds of crafting supplies. So I would love for you to visit it and check it out. Let me know what you think of it too. I do have the link down below in the description box. I wanted to add a little bit of a red sparkle, so I got these picks at the dollar store. Actually, it was the Dollar Tree, and I cut them in half, and I'm going to place 3 of them and hot glue them all around just as long as they're evenly placed. And then it's time to attach the box that we built to the base of the window, and we're going to use the same screws that it came with. We are now going to start just filling the box with some decorative items. I'm going to start with this moss from the Dollar Tree. I didn't have much, but what I had was actually sufficient. So I just spread it around and made it look even. And then I'm going to take some more of those evergreen picks from Amazon, as well as these that I also get on Amazon, and I also have on my Amazon store link down below. And I am just going to place several here and there, as well as some things from the Dollar Tree like these bulbs and just some other items like pine cones, this little reindeer. And then I decided something was missing, so towards in a little bit here, you're going to see me add a Noel galvanized sign that I got. I want to say it was, gosh, I think it was like at a thrift store, but I can't remember where I got it, so I apologize for that. But I did get it recently, and here it is. And I just didn't know what to do with it yet, so I am going to just remove the jute twine from it, and then I'm going to place it in the back. So you're going to see me remove some of the decor I already had in there. I just felt like something was missing, so I thought this really added a very classy look and a little bit more of a farmhouse rustic style, which I really love. And then I did place the decor right back on. I didn't place all of them, but I did place most of them. And then it's time to place the wreath right on the window. So I'm just going to use some of this flexible wire that I always have on hand, and I'm going to place it right in the center and then tie it on both sides as long as it's centered. And I thought the size of the wreath was perfect. This window is stunning. I love how everything came together. I love the look and the style, and I'm actually going to be selling it on my booth, so I'm excited for the next person who gets to have it. Alright, so my next project is going to be with this sign. It is like a canvas style sign, but it has this really firm, very like sturdy base, and I feel like it has a wooden frame. So we are going to remove the canvas and see what's underneath. So I started by using my X-Acto knife because I thought I can just cut it right through and then pull it apart. But no, that canvas was like high end. It would not come off. So then I flipped it over and then started removing all the 20,000 staples it had on the back. Yes, I'm exaggerating, but it did feel like it. It was so many and they were placed so tightly that it took me a while. So I sped it up here for you quite a bit. And then, of course, you have to remove all the staples with a clippers. And gosh, this took forever. But nonetheless, we got through it and I am cutting the canvas off. And now we have this beautiful frame on a stand. Now, I didn't realize it had that middle like bar. So I did want to remove that. So I kind of like pulled it apart a little bit, and then using my clippers or my wire cutters, I just cut it and then it came off and it was perfect. So it was actually pretty sturdy without it. Once it was off, I gave everything a good scrub, and then we are going to fill in the back with some wood filler. This is because it had all these holes from all the staples that it had, and I wanted to have a little bit more of a finished high-end look. So I filled it in with some wood filler, and we are going to let that dry for a couple of hours. It doesn't take long. Now I'm going to take this nativity set that I recently got at the Dollar General, and I am going to cut off the little manger part of it. So like the little house part of it, I'm just going to cut it off. And then I'm going to sand down the edges so they look smooth and finished and not like it was something attached to it. Then I'm going to stain all the pieces using Rust-Oleum chalked glaze in the brown tone. As I mentioned earlier, I am teaming up today with Sammie from Unicorn Dust Designs, and her channel is filled with tons of DIY decor, thrift store flips, and just a whole ton of home decor I know you're going to love. So make sure you check out her link down below in the description box. Now that the wood filler is dry, I am going to sand it down using my electric sander just enough where it just is smooth. It doesn't require much when it's wood filler, but all the holes were filled and everything was nicely finished and I loved it. Now I'm going to give everything 2.5 coats of Rust-Oleum chalk paint in the linen white. After everything was dry, it was time to place the nativity set right inside the frame. I am going to use a combination of Fix All glue from the Dollar Tree as well as hot glue. So I want that permanent hold, but also a very quick hold so that I can get it done. So the Mary and Joseph and the baby Jesus are going to be right in the center. And then I'm going to spread apart all the other pieces all around the sides or on each side of the main piece. Now we have this beautiful base right underneath everything. So I am going to add some greenery. So I'm going to just place one staple and then I'm going to just thread all the other decor, at least the greenery picks right through it so that it is sturdy enough. And we're going to add some hot glue here in a little bit because we're going to add some other embellishments, but I just thought a staple would be easy enough to kind of get everything in there and then hot glue these smaller pieces on top. I'm going to use some pine cones, little bells, some red berries, just a combination of different things from the Dollar Tree as well as Amazon that I get, like those picks, and it's going to have a very finished look. Wake up with a smile, the feeling is right today. Magic in the air, 'cause something we're just about done with this one. I'm just going to add one bell here at the end because I just thought it just needed a little bit something else. It's going to be a silver one and we're done. I love the way this nativity set looks. I think it has a very festive but like a farmhouse chic look and actually already sold. So I'm so excited about it. I love it, love it, love it. For the next thrift store flip, I'm going to take this wreath that was $5.99 at the thrift store and I got very recently. It already has some decorations, but as you can tell, they needed to be updated really desperately. So I'm going to remove everything from it. I actually tried to remove all the glittery snow from it, and it would not come off even with the wire brush. I scrubbed it and scrubbed it, but those were stuck on there. So I decided to leave them and make it work somehow. I'm going to start with some more of those evergreen picks, and I am going to place them towards the left side of the wreath. That is where least amount of the glittery snow is at, but I was okay with that. So we're going to place some, and it's going to be a little bit heavier towards the bottom and a little lighter decor-wise on the top. I'm also going to add some of the other greenery picks that I get on Amazon, and I'm just going to add them right on top of the other ones just to give it a little bit more fullness and a different shade of green, which I think was really cool to see. I got these frosted pine cones recently at the store at home, and it was only 99 cents, and I thought they were a really good deal. So strong, so sturdy, and so big. So I'm going to place 2 of them on the bottom and 1 of them on the top. I am now going to take some of these snowy frosted berries that I also got at home. They were $1.99, but I'm going to separate them into separate picks. So I'm going to have a total of 3 smaller ones. Now I'm going to hot glue them and place them all around the greenery as well as the pine cone. I am now going to take some of these glittery red picks from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to start again placing them all around at the bottom and the top. I am now going to take 2 different ribbons from the Dollar Tree. One is a buffalo check red and black, and the other one has little gnomes, and it has white and red and silver kind of on it. I thought it would be really cool to just kind of mix both of them. So I'm just going to grab them both and start looping it around several times, making sure that I grab them right in the middle. We're just going to make a little multiple loop bow, and it's kind of simple. You just keep looping around and then tie it in the center with whatever string you have. What I had was jute twine, so that's what I did. And then it's time to fluff all the loops. So making sure that they are like alternating between one ribbon to the other, just to make sure that we don't have all buffalo check in one area and all gnomes in one area. I just want to make sure it's nicely mixed. Then I'm going to tie right in the center of the wreath and making sure that I fluff all the loops, making sure that it looks nice and finished. And I am in love with this wreath. I think it took a complete new different look. And the snowy glittery part of it actually works because we have snowy pine cones and snowy berries. And I think it all worked out really well. And I love the way it turned out. I'm also going to be selling it on my booth. And I cannot wait to someone put it up in their home. For the next thrift store flip, it's going to be with this cute little, it's not even that little, but it's a cutting board. And I think it's more decorative than anything, but I'm sure it could be used to put some cheese and meats and crackers. But I'm going to remove the, like, there was like a Velcro and it had like one coaster that said Mr. and Mrs. I'm not sure what that was about, but I'm going to remove it. And thankfully it removed with no glue residue left on the board, which was very, very cool. Now I'm going to take some of these Dollar Tree garland ties and I'm going to tie a couple of them. One of them is just going to be folded in half and then twisted in the middle. And then the other one, I'm going to leave one of the strands a little bit longer to one side. And then we're going to start placing some other greenery picks, hot gluing them in place. So I want this to be a little bit more of a decorative cutting board more than one that you can use with food. Now, because it has that happy everything on one side of it, the decorations that I'm going to place on it are going to be a little bit heavier towards the left side of the board just to kind of even things out and then, of course, not cover the beautiful sign. I'm also going to be adding some glittery picks from the Dollar Tree, some pine cones, and a little bell just to kind of keep it simple, but yet very festive and very nice looking. This is the easiest, probably one of the easiest flips I've ever done because there was not much to do with it, just to add a little bit of embellishments and decorations. And I think it turned out absolutely beautiful. I love the way it turned out. I might keep it, but I might sell it. I don't know what I'm going to do. I think I'm just going to sell it on my booth, but look how beautiful it looks. And it just works well with the happy everything. And I think that the embellishments and decor more towards the left side of the board worked like really well. I don't know which one would be my favorite, but I want to say it's the window because I just love how big and large and durable it is. But let me know in the comment which one is your favorite. Don't forget to visit my friend Sammie. The link is down below to her channel. And if you are visiting from her channel, again, welcome. I hope you enjoyed the video and I hope you consider joining our YouTube family. I am going to have here a playlist as well as a video with tons more of inspiration for you, including some more Christmas thrift flips for you. Check them out. I'll see you later and have a blessed day. Bye. Baby, this